All right, how are we doing, team? I realise now I'm silhouetted against the against the light coming in from the sunroom. All right, so it's a silhouette workout by the looks of it. We're good to go. This is now a 6 o'clock class on a Monday just for this week. But we've got a small select live class assembled, ready to go, and I'm good to go in my living room, which doesn't look any different from last time. So we got a leg workout today. Monday's class, this is that single leg work that we did last time, interspersed with the calf raises. We've got some plunger in there as well. We've got a warm up on the mat. It's just enough to get that benefit through those leg muscles, not so much though that you're not going to be able to do the rest of your training through the week. Ready for it? Down on the mat, warmed up, and into the first set. Let's go. All right, so join me down on the mat in box shape. We're going to start straight away with that cat-cow variation. So cat-cow, from cat position, stretching up, using your breath to time into cow stretch, alternating between those two. Sorry, that cat-cow combination, not variation. Right, so you're alternating between cat and cow stretch. So bringing some life through the length of that spine. All right, so using your breath to time this movement. Right, so normally doing this first thing in the morning, so waking the body up. So maybe you're doing a recorded class first thing, or maybe you're doing this some other time of day. But either way, getting some mobility through the length of the spine. Right, take it back to neutral. Neutral position, left leg extends, toes on floor. We're doing knee to elbow or knee to shoulder, wherever you can drive that knee up. How about up towards the upper arm? So driving that knee up. So bringing some movement through that hip, through the knee, and some work through those obliques. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides, lengthen the right leg, toes on the floor, and then drive that knee up. I might have my boys appearing at any time. We've gone off on a bike ride to the little shop. They were told no beer, no coffee, but apart from that they got free rein. Okay, 3, 2, here we go, 2 and 1. Stretch it out into plank position, so high plank position. Hey guys. Alright, so high plank position here. Come on in if you like, guys. I'll go straight on up. It's a high plank position. Legs long, arms long, hands below shoulders. Straight up. I hear you. And then if you can either hold this high plank position or alternating sides. Knee drive up. Alternating sides into that gecko movement. Right, so feel that work into those obliques for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down, stretch it back into child's pose. And then lift it up, tuck the toes into downward facing dog. Before stepping forwards towards the hands, forward fold, stretching through the back of the legs. And then rebuilding all the way up. Stretch high, and then circle around. All right, must be a sign that we're getting later on into the spring and summer, that the sun is coming through the back window. No, of course it's not, it's because it's the afternoon. Sorry. All right, feet flat on the floor. I should stop thinking out loud. Feet flat on the floor. We're going to go down and up into a squat. So down and up in that regular squat. All right, so feeling the symmetry of this movement. Feet shoulder width apart. All right, both sides working equally. 10, 9, 8, powering up strong in this squat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go into a set attempt. We're going to shift our weight over to one side. I'm going to shift that weight slightly over to the left hand side. It's a squat. The other foot stays still. We've not changed that stance other than shifting the weight over to this side. 10, 9, 8, 7. Do it like with the arms. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift it over to the other side. It's just a gradual, just a subtle shift. You have to be careful saying that. All right, down into the squat. So it's not a side lunge. It's a squat with the weight shifted over to that side. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, going into that split squat. So for this is where we just put the toes back on one side, down into that squat here. So it's not a lunge, I've just tapped the toes back here, down into that squat-like movement. There's a little bit of weight on that back foot, but most of that weight is on that front foot. All right, just set this up, hold it at the top. All right, so dial into this position, you're strengthening this movement. Your best set of 10. Are we ready? Shoulders down. 3, 2, 1, down and up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch it over, other side. If that doesn't feel like a strong alignment for you, change it around so it does. Maybe you need to bring those feet more in line. Maybe you need to step out a little bit further apart. A strong movement, strong alignment. Ready, set up, down and up. Those two are practice. We've got a set of 10 now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, so it shouldn't be too much of a jump to take this now into a single leg squat. The toes were somewhere about there a moment ago. Single leg squat. You can see I could touch down with that back foot for balance, or I could keep that foot entirely off the floor. Either way, right team, set up, decide how you're doing this, which is going to serve you well. Set this up for a set of 10. Going in 3, 2, 1, down and up. Okay, so I'm actually going to put that toe down on that back foot. I feel I get a deeper range of movement here, and I feel I get more of a strength workout through that lead leg. So that back leg isn't doing any work really, it's just touching down for balance. Up to what you do. I forgot to start counting. That was 8, 9, and 10. All right, switch it over. Set up strong on the other side. Feel that balance, feel that alignment. Think about the movement that you're going to perform. Going in 3, 2, 1, down and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right? I'm going to add in another set. You could take it back to one of the previous progressions. I'm going to try and step it forwards to that full single leg squat. Range of movement is going to be reduced, but I just want to have a go at that single leg version of the squat all the way through. Choose what you're doing. Set up for a set of 10 in 3, 2, 1, down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a movement that strengthens, that reinforces your best alignment. 8, 9, and 10. Set up on the other side. Think about the movement you're going to do. 3, 2, 1, down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, let's move away from that. We're going to go into a leaning calf raise. Right, so if you've got something to lean in against, a wall, a worktop, a tree, depending on where you are, a partner, a willing bystander, leaning in to that point of stretch, feet parallel, heels down, stretching through that lower leg. All right, calf raises, lifting all the way up, lowering all the way down, get that movement going. All right, let's work into that lower leg. Good, yes, feeling that work accumulate, but not excessively fatiguing. Functionality of that musculature. So do a lot of massage sessions on lower leg, Achilles, calf, right, and talk about the functionality of that musculature, particularly where it joins into the tendon, and then that tendon goes into the heel. Right, lower the heels down, feel that stretch, feel that tension just easing, washing away, releasing. Now allow the knees to soften a little bit. Right, here we go, working into the soleus, lifting the heels up, lowering back down. The body probably stays still now. Good, again, feel that working, I feel that more into, it feels like it's more into the ankle. Lower the heels down, re-straighten through the legs, find that stretch, re-lengthen the body. And then paying particular attention to lifting up straight and tall without the ankles floating over to the side. They lift up straight, back into that heel lift, that calf raise. So I've never felt the need to add weights to this. Perhaps at most doing this off a step. Never really felt the need to do this on a single leg either. There's enough work done through that lower leg. It's more about functionality than strength. Lower the heels down to that pointer stretch and just breathe into that for a few moments. Perhaps paddling out then through the feet, through the heels, through the ankles. Nice, all right, and then walk that back up. Good, all right. So from here, taking this into the next set, this is our single leg set. Oh, here comes boy number 3. We've got an extra one this evening. So we're going into a single leg knee lift. Let's go right knee up, so everybody, right knee comes up. Stand tall. All right, so we started this out last week with just kick outs, so familiar kick outs. Kicking out, confident in that ability to keep everything else still. There. Good, so nothing else changes. Shoulders stay down, shoulders are relaxed. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg. All right, I'm just looking out the front window at what Rufus has got from the little shop. Bombay mix, I think. Hey Rufus. Rufus, jump in if you want. Jump in. Jump in. Okay, so keep on going with this. Got a class going on here. Do you do this one, Rufus? Okay, so one knee lifts.
Is there anyone in there?
Yeah, one knee lifts up and kick out from there. Yeah. Okay, knee high, come on. There you go. Where have you just been, Rufus? Switch sides. Other knee up.
Can they hear us?
I don't know, maybe they can. What did you get?
Where is it?
What did you get from Boo
Oh, I got
Other knee up, other knee up.
a knee, no,
Knee. You got a
I
knee
got,
knee.
how do you call it? I got a chocolate bar.
Ah,
It's a little packet of weird sweets that I've never tried.
ah.
I got the Bombay mix.
Bombay mix, nice.
It's hard to keep it up. You need good balance.
Yeah.
And then I also got a drink, like a little can.
Oh, sweet, okay.
Oh.
Good work. Is that it? Okay, alright, put it down.
Make you a little bowl of these.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Cheers, Rufus. Alright, going back to that knee lift, we're not getting away with just that. Knee lift up, so back to the right side. Remember that nasty bit we did last week? It was a kick out. Oh, and it was a hold. The screen is not frozen, it was a hold. Pull that knee back in, or pull that foot back in. Right, so that's what's coming up. Kick out and hold. Kick out and hold. Nothing else has changed. Back is up straight. Pelvis is level, that's not tilted. Standing leg is straight. Keep that leg straight. Can we lower? Can we lift back up? Lower and lift. Feel like that pelvis wants to tilt. That back wants to round. Find that strength to lift that leg. There.
Can you open that? Still?
Yeah, lift up and hold. I think I might be able to do that without the scissors. Oh, because it's... No, you're right, I can't do it without scissors. So we found out that Rufus is left-handed. So I can't do that on a single leg. Right, here you go, Rufus.
I got some for you.
Alright, and switch sides. Other side. Okay, so we start out, knee lift up, kick out. Right, so you're going to do that hold in a minute. This is what happens when we do a 6 o'clock class. Kick out and hold. Hold. All right, we got that. So holding that leg out in front. There. Pull it back in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rufus. I'm not sure I can eat Bombay mix and do this. Kick out and hold again.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Rufus has just put a bowl of Bombay mix right down there in front of the laptop. Okay, and then leg lowers. Lower and lift. Oh, lower and lift. That is horrible. And lift. Lower and lift. Pull it back in. Right, I'm going to suggest an alternative. I'm going to kick out, lower, knee lift up, and then kick out again. Let's see if we can get that cycle going. There. Oh man, into those hip flexors. We're getting that? Good. All right, switch sides, because we didn't do that on the other side. Knee lift up, kick out, lower, up, kick, lower. Right, switch sides once more, but the other direction. So lift up straight, in and down. Lift up straight, in and down. This is starting to look like that Monty Python silly walks thing. Okay. And if you're doing this in a park in London, good luck. All right, lift up, down, and in. Okay, other side, lift up, and down. All right, there. I'm lucky I've got the privacy of my own plasterboarded living room. Last one. And down. All right, I think we've done enough of that, haven't we? No, we haven't. Knee lift up. All right, kick it back now. Kick it back, hold. Cannot forget this. So, donkey kick, held, single leg working. All right, feel that stretch through that elevated leg. Good. All right, remembering knee lift, sweep that knee back through. Find knee lift and down, other knee lifts up. There's knee lift, kick it back, holding donkey kick. Good. So Rufus has just got a new skateboard. It's a surf skate, so it's got more side-to-side movement, so you can get some push from it, some drive from moving it side to side. So he's been out on that. It's been really good weather for it. I think that was them just cycling to the shop on their road bikes, zipping along. All right, sweep that knee back through, refine knee lift. There it is, and down. Right, we're taking this back down to the floor. All right, so we're going to take this into a long runner's lunge. Get that stretch through that lengthened back leg. I'll give you a few moments just to get yourself down into runner's lunge. All right, so both hands can be on the floor to begin with. That exaggerated sprinter stance. All right, breathe some openness through that hip. Perhaps through that lead leg hamstring. I find this such a good stretch to come back to. It highlights different areas of tightness. It feels functional, it feels helpful. It feels kind of intuitive as to how you can nestle down into that. So whichever foot is forwards, opposite hand grounds itself on the floor. Supporting hand comes up, so whichever foot is forward, that hand on that knee. Begin to open out through the shoulders. Feel that rotation coming in through the torso. As if you're setting up, ready for that opening reach. Feel that body aligning itself. And then when you're ready, open out through that side. Feel that integrity of your alignment and body position. Should take a fair amount of concentration and awareness, and perhaps shuffling about as well to find that. Broad through the shoulders. Circle that arm around, send the arm forwards. So even here, it's long through the top, through the spine. Expansive through the torso. Right, that hand comes down in front of the front foot. In front, on the inside of the front foot, into high plank position. Alright, and then switching legs, step forwards. Beginning with a long sprinter stance, both hands on the floor. Just nestling into that position. There, good. Whichever foot is forward, other hand grounds down on the floor, supported on the knee on the other side. Begin to feel your way into that opening of the shoulders, opening of the chest. And then when you're ready, if it's helpful, open that arm up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Feel the openness of the chest. And then circle around, send the arm forwards. Hand inside foot, step back, high plank position. Lift up, downward facing dog. Step forwards into forward fold. Rebuild all the way up into a high reach and circle round. All right, let's find a little timer. We've got 1 minute of plunger. All right, so we're looking to build some burn into those leg muscles. So set up here, squat to lunge. Remember how this goes? You go down for the squat, you step back for the lunge. We keep it low, keeping that burn in those legs. How's your little practice? Are you ready? Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat to lunge. So we're here for 1 minute. Continuous movements. There we go. All right, so we're keeping low, keeping that muscle tension. All right, nice one, team. Right, work on through this then. All right, so we're here to work the legs, those running muscles, to work them sufficiently so you what's the word? Stimulate adaptations. Strengthen those legs with a sufficient amount of work, but not too much overload. It's that regular session, that regular small amount, manageable amount of absorbable training. Still got another 10 seconds left here. Get 1 more each side. Last one. And up, good. Right, straight into leaning calf raise. Just gonna do this calf raise, just this top part. So from heels down to lifting all the way up, heels up. Alternate between those two positions. Perhaps a little bit brisker than before. Bringing warmth, work into that lower leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the feet wide, bring the fingertips up here. Wide leg, knee drive. So working to bring that knee across the body. Feel that openness through the hip and feel that work through that hip flexor to drive up. So from open to contracted. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place those feet wide. Place them wider still. Turn one foot to point out to the side. Bring the arms wide and then settle down into that warrior 2 position. Relax the shoulders. Find that balance of position. So in warrior 2, you're leaning neither forwards or back. You're grounded through those points of contact with the floor, through a lengthened straight leg, through a flexed knee. Allowing the shoulders to melt and the arms to lengthen. Good. Feel that strength you have through the legs to support this position. Good. All right. From here, you keep the arms wide, re-straighten the legs, re-parallel the feet, and then stretch up high. Circle the arms around, fold forwards from the waist, spine stretch forwards. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs. Rebuild all the way up high, reach. Turn the toes of the other foot over to the side and then settle down into warrior two on the other side. Allow yourself to settle into that shape and relax the shoulders. Feel the groundedness of that position. Feel the strength that you do have in the legs to hold yourself up, but also to settle yourself into that groundedness. Alright, allow the legs to straighten, re-parallel the feet, reach up with the arms, circle them around, fold once more down towards the floor, and as you hold the arms down, can you walk the feet like shuffling them in towards each other, so you're into that forward fold position before rebuilding all the way up, reaching high and circling around. Whew. Alright, nice one team. Good job. Alright, that's thrown our timings completely out. It's 6:30, not 7:30 in the morning or 8 o'clock. We are Monday class done, back in Wednesday and Friday morning, 7:30 for the live class from Tyree, and then into our last week next week. Alright team, kudos for doing this one. I'll see you back in on Wednesday. See you there.